Oh, and that government is $1.7 billion. Something has to be done. Now, you got...
Well, we're not just competing against Connecticut or New Jersey. We're competing against South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama. And then you're even competing with India and China. So you have to have an opportunity to want businesses to be in Westchester, that it's affordable for people to live in Westchester.
Right.
And we're competing against not locally, we're competing internationally too.
Well, that's the basis. If we get rid of all our business people that pay taxes, it goes vacant land, we'd be really hurting. And the rest of us have to make up the difference. But when you have...
And who are you going to sell property to? Who are you going to sell your property to? You can't sell it to anybody. It's so tough to sell a piece of real estate right now. You know, who are you going to sell it to? You have to sell it at a huge discount.
Right. Well, the banks just take it and...
and they're stuck with it.
Yeah, they're stuck with it. So, but I don't know. It seems like people are getting some of these homes on the backs of people who are losing their homes. You know, going through all these ways and means of getting this property that was foreclosed. It's not good. It's really rotten.
Well,
but if it continues, look, the state went up 10%. They used to give us rebate checks, and the STAR program is going down. That hurts everybody everywhere. Yeah. So the state is doing it again. And then they have the MTA tax that they chew on the people.
Well, there needs to be a forensic of the MTA. You know, someone should be able to quantify if you're going to New York City from Westchester County and that train is loaded with people. What is the cost of that train going in? I mean, you can do the engineer, the labor in it, the amount of energy that's involved, the cost of the train. So you can quantify on how much is it really. And then you have these obstacles. This is one of the things, like in Yorktown especially, this is not as bad as, let's say, White Plains. If you have a small business, it's cumbersome to go to your small businesses around here because there's no parking. And if you do have parking, well, Yorktown is not as bad as White Plains. You have to pay parking. That's wrong. They have that in Newcastle. You go downtown and you want to go to Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, they'll have a little parking for you, but there's all parking on the street. But you have to pay for it. That's just another obstacle for government to undermine
businesses,
small business.
And this MTA payroll tax, whatever their salaries total, they have to pay 33 cents or something on a dollar. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's another tax. How are these people going to stay here? What, are we going to see nothing but empty buildings and businesses?
I mean, you see a lot of empty buildings around here.
Right.
On 202 there, I mean, this is not a business-friendly atmosphere or environment. You have to make it business-friendly, family-friendly, and affordable. It's not affordable right now. You have to be mature, and these things have to be affordable. They can't just be, you know, I mean, when do we stop with these taxes? I mean, oh, we need more money. Well, you know, I haven't heard one comment yet about cutting back in services or some direction of saving money. The new buzzword is consolidation. That's plausible. It's very good. But if you're not getting rid of the waste and you're not getting rid of the corruption and the inadequacies, that's not going to work, consolidation, because you might be buying into somebody else's garbage. You know, if there's a problem, let's say in one town, they have a problem with, let's say, the carting company, the garbage company, and another town has private. Oh, well, we're going to use to save money. So the carting company here, but the carting company in one town might be corrupt or something. Right. So now you're taking on somebody else's garbage, and garbage in more than one way, another.
No, it's something. So
it is a great buzzword. It is plausible, but it has to be done responsibly. And now government, for the most part, especially these professional politicians, they don't do due diligence to make sure these things are done correctly.
Well, being Republicans, see, from the federal government to the state government to the county government to our local government, I'm about in Somers. But tax and spend. That's all you see. We need now. This was good. This was your opponent said that Democrats call for shared power in Albany. Now, they want to share power in Albany because it wasn't going anywhere. But look at the county government. Do you realize there's 17 legislators in all of Westchester, and I think 4 are Republican, and 13 are,
It's a bulletproof.
right. Now, who runs it? Again, you have Andy Spano, county executive, Bill Ryan, chairman of the county legislature, and Mike Kapowitz, who's the vice chairman. So, it's ironic that they would talk about this and how dysfunctional the state government is. We have the same problem.
In Westchester County government. And he's doing this for what reason? He's doing it so people get upset and vote him to run for state senator. So he's just going to take this job for a year and then try to shoot off for it.
Right. That's a really important thing that the people out there should know. That's what he does. He runs for other offices on his off year. So if he doesn't win, he falls right back.
Yes.
So why would anybody want an incumbent who wants to look other places, okay? And that he did already. He didn't win for Senate. But now with the scuttlebutt of Vinnie Leibel leaves and steps down for county exec, Putnam County exec, that might be open. So people have to realize that everybody's looking for another position. But the thing is, he has to do something. Like you said, there was never one thing about cutting down taxes or reducing the spending. The Republicans brought up, I don't know how many millions of dollars.
Yeah. So, well, the duplication of services.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the duplication of taxes. If you look at your phone bill, you're paying a 9/11 tax from New York State. You're also paying that 9/11 tax in Westchester County. So you're having a duplication of service and of taxes. You have the Human Rights Commission in Westchester County. They've been there for, 10 years now? They brought 5 cases. Is that every other year they brought and there was no resolve to it? The state has that. Why do we need one in Westchester?
In the federal government.
So we just have this duplication of services. We're going around and around. It's just, why do we have it? Well, in my opinion, I think a lot of it's for donors for the Democrats. It's just their way of getting more people to contribute to their parties.
Oh, yeah, that's it. And establishing more jobs. Well, the Westchester County now, let's see. Oh, yeah, well, you mentioned the taxes. Now, we have Westchester County who collects the sales tax and the mortgage tax for the municipalities and the towns and villages. On that electric bill, they have a gross receipts tax from the county. It's sales tax, 3%. Now the state just put a new one. So people out there, if you look at your new electric bill, you'll see a new tax. They're taxing everything.
They tax everything they can. And
What is
at
going
what
on?
point do we say enough?
Right. And they always criticize someone before, and now they got to be criticized during the present and doing their actions. They got to be responsible. Somebody's got to hold them responsible.
Well, in the sales tax, for example, the sales tax increased for, I think, all the communities except 4 cities. And Mike Kapowitz voted for that tax increase, which hurt his own constituents,
Right.
but didn't in the cities, I think it was White Plains, Mount Vernon, New Rochelle, and
Yonkers.
And Yonkers. Which all he's connected is all his buddies. They didn't get the sales tax increase.
Right.
But Somers, Yorktown, and Newcastle all got sales tax increase.
Yeah, that's your district. Now,
And he voted for that for his own district to get more to tax them more.
right, and to spend more. Well,
And what
listen,
services do we really get with all this money? We don't get. I was talking to a man last night in Chappaqua, and I was talking to him for a while, and